So you might notice in a lot of my videos, I speak about how you need to have a written budget. You need to write down all your expenses every month in order to improve your finances, improve your personal finances, get out of debt, improve your life. A lot of people don't understand the concept of a budget, how to make one, and I'm here to show you how fucking easy it is. I'm a 32-year-old divorced father of two working as a corrections officer, jail officer, making decent money, okay money. I have no problem talking about my bills and my expenses for the month. That's what this channel's about. That's what this content's about. So, with that being said, I'm going to walk you through how to make a budget and show you my budget for the month. If I can do it, you can do it. Now let's get to it. So first thing you're going to do is go to your phone, open up your notepad. You do not have to use a notepad. You can literally use a pen and paper if you want to. There's apps out there like Rocket Money you can use. I don't use the apps because there's no fucking point in my opinion. Yes, it'll calculate all the numbers for you. I actually enjoy doing the calculation myself. It makes it more personal, and I don't know. I just prefer it. You can use Excel, Google Sheets, what the fuck ever you want. It does not matter. As long as you do something that can track your expenses and write it down, that's all that matters. So let's open this shit up. But before we do that, I want to make a couple quick points. Do not compare your finances to mine. I am 100% debt-free. I also live in a camper. If I had a standard, typical rent or mortgage, my finances would look totally different. I have put in the work to become debt-free. I've also made decisions in terms of my living expenses to be able to have money left over every month. Also, you will see it says base pay. I get paid twice a month, 1st and 16th. My base pay take home is $1,612 after taxes, insurance, all that stuff, retirement, whatever. $1,612 is my base pay. That is what's guaranteed to hit my account if I work my standard hours. I do make overtime. However, I do not, and no one should, count on their overtime to pay for their expenses every month. Because that money might not always be there. What happens if you get sick, have an emergency surgery like I did? That overtime's fucked. It's gone. And now you're counting on that to pay your bills? No. If you're able to work overtime, count on your base standard paychecks, whether it's twice a month, every week, whatever it is. That's what you need to put on paper. And if you do make overtime and have extra money, that's fucking great. Because that's just extra money you have now. Do your expenses off of your base standard income. So, now let's get to it. So, this is what the budget of a divorced father of two corrections officer looks like that lives in a camper. This is what the bare bones, bare minimum budget of any motherfucker in the United States should look like. Has your base pay for, my base paychecks every 2 weeks is $1,612. For the whole month, that's $3,224, okay? Compare that to my expenses for the month. And I have that at the very top so I can see it. Leaves me with $538 left. You see my 1st and 16th broken down, because that's when I get paid. And you get to see the fucking difference between my paycheck and my expenses of how much money I have left. So, I get my grass cut every 2 weeks. That's $55. So, I take out $55 on the 1st or 16th. My kids' jar, that's basically a jar that I take out $100 to put aside for the kids when I'm with them, go to museums and fucking eat out, whatever. $300 every 2 weeks for groceries. That's, some people might be a lot more than that. That's fine. I live by myself. CSP is child support. I sell my baby mama $400 out of every paycheck. I probably start getting that set up as direct deposit so I ain't got to fucking do it anymore. But yeah, $400 a paycheck for that. Also, and then you have all of your, everything needs to be tracked. So subscriptions, Roku, Disney, Spotify, phone is $131, car insurance $143, MMA is $200 a month, that's Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. The gym, Netflix, PropStream, which is like a real estate website that I pay for. We go out to the 16th, grass, kids jar, groceries again, child support, that shit's repeating. Camper insurance, Camper's $181, Audible is another subscription, and electric is typically $100. It has the amounts for each paycheck written out. And you might be thinking, well, how do you keep track of your expenses once you pay them and whatnot? How do you keep track of that? Well, I'll show you. All you do is put a fucking checkbox next to it. And as you fucking pay your expenses every week or whenever fuck they come up, all you do is just check it off. How fucking hard is that? So then you can keep track of which bills you've paid and which ones you haven't. It's not that fucking hard. So you see I have the expenses written out for each paycheck. The 1st and the 16th. The total expenses written down. The first paycheck of the month, my first paycheck, I have $101 left out of that paycheck compared to my expenses. The 16th paycheck, I have $437 left out of that paycheck compared to my expenses. That's $538 total for the month that I now have to save, invest, put away for my college fund for the kids, whatever it may be. So that's the bare bones minimum budget of what any person in America should have. Expenses compared to their income, and see what the difference is. If you're in the negative, you got some fucking work to do. Got to figure out something. More income, less expenses, a combination of both. You got to figure it out. But that's the bare minimum. I go a step further and I divide my shit a little bit more detailed so I can keep track of my expenses every month. Let's take a look at that. So here we are going back to the budget. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit so I can get the whole thing in frame. Literally everything is the same. Divided the 1st and 16th paychecks. All the numbers are the same. The only thing is I divide everything up by transfers and allotments, bills, and extra. But what's an allotment? All the fuck it is a fancy word saying you set money aside for this. I set $55 aside for the grass. For when he comes by and cuts the grass, I can give him cash. I set $100 aside for the kids. That's all an allotment is. You can have an allotment for whatever you want. Vacation coming up, Christmas presents, whatever it is. Transfers. I transfer $400 to her for the child support. I transfer $300 to a separate account that I have on a totally separate debit card. That's the only thing I use the debit card for, is to pay groceries. So I transfer $300 in there, and for 2 weeks, I know exactly where I stand, how much money I have left throughout those 2 weeks. Bills. What are bills? Bills are things that I cannot go without. They are mandatory no matter what. So, you'll see out of the 1st and 16th, I have my bills written down of what is necessary. Extra. This is stuff. If my life were to go to shit and I needed extra money, these are all things that I could get rid of. All my subscriptions, MMA, the gym, everything, stuff that makes your life more convenient and enjoyable, but if shit hits the fan, you do not need it. At the 16th paycheck, the only extra thing I have for that is Audible, $9. I'm not going to separate that. So, $382 out of that first of the month paycheck goes towards extra shit. Is that a lot? I don't fucking know. Some people might be more, some people might be less. Everyone's different. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm just going to tell you how to fucking categorize your finances to help you get out of debt. This is the exact budget that I'm currently using. I'm checking shit off as I go. And obviously when I had debt, I had fucking extra payments fucking riddled all throughout this bitch. $100 here, $200 there, $250 here, whatever it may be. It looks so fucking clean and nice because I have no debt. This is what being debt-free looks like. It frees up extra money, and that's money you can put towards other shit in your life. Saving, investing, kids, money away for vacations. That's how to make a fucking budget. Ta-da.